Azerbaycan Cumhurbaşkanı Sayın İlham Aliyev'e veriyorum. Buyurun İlham Bey, söz sizin.
Dear brother President Abdullah Gül, dear heads of states, heads of delegations, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to express my gratitude to President Gül for warm hospitality and excellent organization of this summit. I would also like to thank President of Kazakhstan, Mr. Nursultan Nazarbayev, for his efforts in transformation of CICA into important international forum. I am sure that the future of this organization will be very promising and very bright. Using this opportunity, I'd like to express the solidarity of the people of Azerbaijan with our Turkish brothers in connection with the attack on humanitarian flotilla in the Mediterranean Sea, which resulted in the killings of innocent civilians. We strongly condemn this attack and stand shoulder to shoulder with Turkey. And also I'd like to use this opportunity and to express deep condolences on behalf of the people of Azerbaijan to our Turkish brothers and to the families of all the victims. Azerbaijan is playing its role in the cause of regional cooperation. We are strongly sure that regional cooperation, predictability in the region, and joint activity will diminish the existing risks and will help us to build a predictable future for our nations. Security measures in Asia are part of the global security measures in the world. And without a comprehensive approach to security measures, we will not be able to achieve success. The fight against terrorism should be the fight against all the terrorist organizations in the world. There cannot be a good terrorist or bad terrorist. Therefore, unification of efforts in the combat against terrorism is a major prerequisite of the success. Regional cooperation and economic growth also will strongly contribute to security measures in our region. Therefore, Azerbaijan is trying to play an important role in the issues of regional cooperation, and various projects which were initiated in our country and successfully implemented create already a very solid foundation for a broad regional cooperation. In particular, I would like to mention the projects related with the energy security, which started from various pipeline projects, and today they are transformed in the very broad regional cooperation which is beneficial for all the participants. Azerbaijan also contributes to the restoration of the historic Silk Road, and the railroad projects which we are participating in will create a very broad transportation network which will connect Asia and Europe and which will lead to the prosperity of the people who live in our region. In other words, security through unification of our efforts and economic cooperation and economic growth, I think, will lead to success. One of the important issues which I'd like to mention is the attitude to the conflicts resolution. Azerbaijan is a victim of a continued aggression from Armenia. For almost 2 decades, our lands, internationally recognized territories of Azerbaijan, are under Armenian occupation. As a result of that occupation, 1 million people of Azerbaijan became refugees and internally displaced. 20% of our territory is under occupation of Armenia. And this situation continues. We were subject of ethnic cleansing, and now all the occupied territories are free from its native inhabitants. We were ethnically cleansed, and all the infrastructure in those areas is destroyed, including buildings, houses, schools, graves of our ancestors, our mosques, and all our historical heritage was destroyed. We call for the implementation by Armenia of the international organizations' decisions and resolutions. United Nations Security Council adopted 4 resolutions demanding unconditional and immediate withdrawal of Armenian occupational forces from Azerbaijani territories, but these resolutions are not implemented. United Nations General Assembly's resolutions, decisions of OSCE, resolutions of Islamic Conference organizations, of Council of Europe, European Parliament, and other international organizations are not implemented. Then if the international law norms are not working, then the whole construction of international community is under question. If we cannot respect resolutions which we all adopted and they are not implemented, and if we continue to live in this situation, then I think it's a big question how the international relations in the future will be organized. All the countries, regardless of their importance or sizes, should comply with international law norms. International law norms were created in order for all the countries to respect them. We are members of international organizations and we have to respect those decisions. If the decisions are being adopted and not implemented, then the trust to these international institutions definitely will go down. We are trying by peaceful means to restore our territorial integrity. Azerbaijan's territorial integrity is recognized by the whole world, by all the international organizations, and the solution to the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan must be based on the restoration of territorial integrity of Azerbaijan with a high level of self-governance and autonomy for Armenian minority who lives in our country. I'd like to once again to mention that Azerbaijan in the future will continue to contribute to the issues related to security measures in our region. We will continue to contribute to economic development of the region by our efforts, by our investments in Azerbaijan and beyond our borders. Economic projects related to transportation and energy infrastructure, they should unite the people and nations. And there should be found a very appropriate balance between the interests of producers, transitors, and consumers. Only in this case, these projects will lead to the prosperity of all of us. I'd like once again to thank our Turkish hosts for hospitality and wish our summit success. Thank you very much.